thing I asked Sifu is that, do you still get angry? And he said, yeah, of course I do. The difference now, though, is that I can return to that stable state, and I'm paraphrasing here, very quickly. So it's not, can we get knocked off, but can we return back to stability quite quickly? That's what the 3 breaths are for. That's what the one finger shooting Zen is for, is to help us come back into that focused mind, stable state. And our relaxed state of entering a Qigong state of mind allows us to have a greater state of awareness. That is really super useful when it comes back to returning to stabilized, relaxed states, which we might call a Qigong state of mind. But to remind you, a Qigong state of mind is not just this. Yeah, that's a deep Qigong state of mind. What would be another level of Qigong state of mind that would be more useful on an everyday level? What? Being relaxed, not worrying. Physically relaxed, that would help, wouldn't it? Mentally relaxed? Emotionally relaxed, yeah? How do we do that? How do we do that and then use that on an everyday level? Well, we can use the technique of abdominal breathing, and that's what we're going to use in an exercise tonight to help us notice when we become disturbed, yeah, or what disturbing states are like in terms of disrupting energy fields, energy flow. Then what it's like if we were to use the skills from abdominal breathing in order to have a more relaxed state so that we can get better and more skillful at returning to a relaxed state. Yeah, so who doesn't know the difference between a relaxed state, a collapsed state and a tense state? Well, let me show you first of all, okay? What does this look like? Collapse. What does this look like? And what does this look like? Okay, so they're the differences between collapsed, relaxed and tense, yeah? Smiled from the heart. And then you lift the sky just 10 times, lift the sky. And just focus on your form now, okay? Don't go too deep here, really don't go deep. Just focus on the form, the feeling and sensation of lifting the sky, yeah? Yeah? So if you did one finger's end like this, just standing up with your feet close together, the other arm is gently relaxed down by your side, and just for the minute, just focus gently on your finger and energy flowing to the end of your finger. Okay, so just do it like this. Now the exercise is something that you're going to be using practically every day, because a lot of the feedback, not just from yourself, but a lot of people say, okay, one, when I'm disturbed, how do I get back? And my answer is noticing how we get into that disturbed state and how we can change our state before it happens or after it happens, and what a big impact that has on the outcome and resonance of the situation. And when somebody else is not listening to you, what is that like? Or if they're trying to interrupt you with their own thought patterns, as you are talking, do you notice something within yourself? You might notice something. It's irritated. Yeah, irritated. You're thrown off balance, yeah. Now, is that like being in a Qigong state of mind? No. Is that more like what Jan Senfeng was describing as a disturbed state? Yeah? Yeah. Heart disturbed, mind disturbed, yeah, body a little bit disturbed. And what I'm really interested as well in is whether or not you notice the change in your energy states. From first mode, not really paying attention, listening, trying to work it out. Second mode, just really being present, gently focused, open there, and what that was like. Yeah. That's normal. People do want to talk about themselves or how they relate to that problem or what it's like, because they also want to get something off of themselves that is resonating in the energy of the other person, because it wakes up the thing in them. So when you change your state of resonance in the way that you're given the information, it's received differently. If the other person is also super aware like you were, and they're also doing it, the whole field and situation and energy changes completely. That's a little trick that I learned from Kung Fu, is that when people grip me, then I just disappear, yeah, and they've no longer got anything to grasp, yeah? And so this neutral field of energy means that you're not then creating negative energy or problems for others because of the resonance or resonating field that you're carrying within yourself as well. This is, if you remember way back when we first did the Fully Alive courses, first create cause no harm for yourself, then create cause no harm for other people, and then get into the state where the right things happen. Yeah? So you can feel how this is already getting there. Yeah? I would really encourage you to practice this in terms of your communication and your state of being. So many years ago I listened to Marshall Rosenberg, non-violent communication. And he was somebody that dealt with a lot of very difficult situations around the world, warring states, tribes and stuff, and he came up with a style of communication that then really helped people in terms of not creating, causing harm or conflict. I listened to his stuff and I was like, well, that's really interesting. How does that change the resonating fields within myself and other people? And how could I do that? Because I'm an energy guy. How could I do that in terms of energy fields and then help other people work within those fields of energy to help themselves and help other people? So I took some of Marshall Rosenberg's stuff and then energized it, yeah, in terms of how we actually go about not just the words that you're using, but actually the states and the fields of energy that we hold ourselves in, the space that we provide other people to be in, and how that can be a healing state, because that is what zero balancing is. Yeah, zero balancing is providing a pivotal point of change without trying to change it or interfere with it, but just being there for it to change when it's ready to change. It's very, very powerful. Yeah, and because we practice the art of Qigong, the skills in using energy, of course, again, we bring it back to that. Our one finger Zen, our Qigong state of mind, our smiling from the heart, our coming to the Dantian, they are all ways and skills of using energy to do this stuff. So it's bringing in a whole bunch of different things, but you can go and use this now, and you're going to get a huge benefit from it, and the people you come into contact with will get a massive benefit from it as well. So you're giving. Very good. When you notice that you're not doing that, now you know the difference. You can decide, do I want to be in this other state that some people have said is less useful? Can we call it less useful? Yeah? Or I can use the more useful state, if we can call that more useful. Yeah? Unless you think that the first mode of really not listening to people, trying to work out their solutions, and them coming from a stuck place is more useful. Carry on doing that. See how that works out for you and other people. If you want to give this other way a try, which I firmly believe is more useful way of being and resonating and helping ourselves and other people, we'll try that mode out.
To go to a conference tomorrow about hate and how you resolve it.
Yes. Do you want me to come?
I'm just thinking you should just do that.
The most important thing is not to fall into the resonance of somebody else's disruptive patterns. First and foremost, stay grounded, stay with stillness, stay with stability, because that's the skills that we have.